Yo, if you're looking for any help grinding anything on my team, whether it's level 40, unlimited, clutch time, or even triple threat, hit up the best and most reliable in the business, Cliff2_3 on Twitter. What it do, YouTube? RCA here with another video for you guys. We just talked about the packs that are going to be dropping tomorrow featuring KD, who is one of the best scorers in NBA history. So today's video, we're talking about some of the best scorers you can currently have on your team in NBA 2K23 MyTeam. Whether it's diamond, pink diamond, free, grindable, auctionable. We're going to talk about some of my favorite cards, but also some of the cards that I've had the hardest time stopping in the game. So we're going to jump right in and start off with some of the free cards and some of the auctionable cards that I may not have used, but I've seen in use, and they are definitely tough to stop. And then we'll get into some gameplay, some of my favorite cards to use on the offensive end. So let's start off with number one. And this is not in any order. This is just me talking about some offensive cards that are so tough to stop in the game right now. All right, coming in first on our list is one of my least favorite players in real life, but this card in NBA 2K23 MyTeam, if you were able to get him early on, is treacherous. Russell Westbrook, 6'3", 99 offense. Now, usually you don't think Russell Westbrook can shoot that well. He has a 78 three-point shot, but for some reason, he hits threes at such a high clip in this game so far. He has a 95 drive and dunk, 94 ball handle, good on defensive end, insanely fast. Anytime he gets in the lane, it's just a dunk, and his badges go crazy, especially that Hall of Fame clamp breaker, which gets him by your defensive player every single play. So if you have this Russell Westbrook, you have one of the best point guards, if not the best point guard to use to get past any defender, and as soon as he gets in the lane, it's a bona fide dunk. So first off, starting off with Russell Westbrook, and let's get into some more cards. Now, if you look at the pink diamond Ja Morant and Derrick Rose, they're going to be very similar to this Russell Westbrook. He's just a better version of them, so they're not going to be on our list. But Russell Westbrook definitely takes the cake as one of the top cards. And we'll also talk about the John Wall, who's also good, but he's not as good as this Russell Westbrook as far as the quickness and off the dribble, just being able to get inside so easy. So let's move into the next one. The next card on our list is Gordon Hayward. Now, he has one of the better and quicker shots in the game. If you were not able to get this card, he's pretty much a sleeper. Not many people know about him, but his release is insane. He also has Hall of Fame chase down block, which makes him pretty decent on the defensive end in a fast break situation. But he is really good. He can dunk the ball. He can shoot the ball. Comes with a 93-point shot and an 85 drive and dunk. Can dribble the ball as well. His offense is top tier in the game based on his animations, especially his shot animation. If you're playing moderate off ball on him, he's going to be able to drain the shot fairly easily. Coming up next, we got Clyde Drexler. This card is pretty insane, driving to the basket. He can also shoot, but that Hall of Fame clamp breaker, once again, showing how good it is. He is able to drive right by you and dunk pretty much every single play. So I've played against this card a ton, and you have to put a really good defender on him, or he's going to be able to get past you every play, and it's going to be a dunk based on his dunk rating, Hall of Fame posterizer, Hall of Fame limitless takeoff. He's pretty nightmarish to go up against. Similar to Richard Jefferson. I will say Richard Jefferson at 6'7", and his standing dunk rating is very tough to stop too, but Clyde Drexler takes the cake just because he's so much faster off the dribble. All right, next up, we're going to be talking about Pink Diamond Devin Booker. Now, this is the free agent version, so it doesn't show all the stats and stuff, but if you're able to get this level 40 reward, one of the fastest and best releases in the game. His step back is insane. He's pretty much just going to be an offensive juggernaut. The defensive end, he's not that great, but if you're looking for somebody to score the ball, he's probably the best, if not one of the best cards in the game to put the ball in the basket. So if you can go for level 40 and you need a scorer, I definitely recommend it. You can't have an offensive list without talking about the man. Stephen Curry, this card is still very, very good to use in the game. His defense relaxed a little bit. This is why people don't use him. But putting the ball in the basket, his fades, animations, how he shoots, his release, being able to shoot from Hall of Fame limitless, this card is pretty unstoppable on the offensive end. And if you know how to lay the ball up easily, he is very easy to score with. So although he's not on many teams at this point in the game, he definitely is one of the top offensive cards you can use. All right, moving down the line, now we got my boy Pink Diamond Jason Tatum. I used this card for up until like last week, and I had a juggernaut Tatum. My Tatum had tons of badges on him, quick first step and everything. But he comes with a 93-point shot, 90 drive and dunk out the gates, great ball handle, And this was like the first week of packs, or first 2 weeks of packs. This card was incredibly cracked. Smooth release. If you're playing moderate off on him, he's going to J you. Very good step back animations, great dunk animations, top tier card standing at 6'8". I sold him just because I knew we were going to get some better cards coming like this KD, but he is a top tier scorer. If you need somebody on your team, his price is going to go down. Definitely would recommend it. All right, now before we get into my favorite ones, I'm going to obviously give you guys one more who is possibly the best offensive card you can have in the game if you know how to use his SIGs. Pink Diamond Tim Thomas. The way he dribbles the ball, his shooting animation, his ability to drive, his height at 6'10", everything all in one package honestly makes him the best offensive card in the game if you understand how to use his dribble moves. If not, he's just going to be another guy on the court. But he dribbles pretty much better than every card in the game. He's quicker, Hall of Fame quick first step, 6'10", smooth release, can dunk the ball, every animation like pretty much a my player. So if you're able to get this card, you do honestly have the best offensive well-rounded card in the game currently until we get some more cards. Possibly this Ricky Davis or KD could take him out, but this Tim Thomas is top tier. So let's get into some of my favorites with some gameplay in it as well. Alright, so now let's talk about some of my favorite cards to use in the game, starting with this James Harden, man. I love the SIGs that this James Harden has. A lot of people weren't able to use him because he can't run how they want him to, but if you utilize his signature moves, he is one of the best point guards in the game to currently use. Not only his ability to shoot and drive, but his ability to pass the ball, and he's just so smooth being able to create space from the defense. Whether they're playing user defense, CPU defense, it doesn't matter. You throw a screen in with whatever he's doing, and you're going to be able to chop your defender up just like he does in real life. So he's hands down one of my favorite cards to use right now, just to create and try to see if I can get something going on the offensive end. Like I said, his SIGs just go crazy, always keeps the defense off balance, and he finishes well at the rim. Second up, J.R. Smith has been one of my favorite cards to use this year just because of his ability to shoot from such long range. Early on, he had gold limitless range. So anybody that backed up, I was just able to splash down from three. And he was just fun. He came off the bench and he was able to just light it up for me whenever he got into the game. Anytime somebody backed up, I was able to get a good shot off. And he also drives to the basket and dunks very well. But I will say, my favorite offensive card to use, using the triple threat, step backs, escape dribbles, is Carmelo Anthony. I cannot wait until we get another Carmelo Anthony card because his shot is so fast and he is just so fun to use. Trying to use him how he would kind of play in real life, utilizing triple threat, shooting quick shots, posting up, driving to the basket. He can literally just do everything on the court on the offensive end. He's literally my favorite offensive card to use right now just because of his moves and his skill set on the court. Look at how many buckets he gets from just the mid-range, spin jump shots, step back jump shots. Literally some of my favorite ways to play in the game. So Carmelo Anthony, my top offensive card to use right now. I cannot wait until he gets a pink diamond. All right, so here is a look at my team, and those were some of the top offensive cards that I currently think are in the game. Now, I am running Harden, I am running Melo, I do have J.R. Smith. I didn't mention Iverson. He is very fun to use offensively as well, but I really wanted to give out some of the cards that you can just get the ball to, and they're more than likely going to get you a bucket. Of course, there's other cards that can score in NBA 2K23, right? You can score with pretty much anyone. But if you want to give them the ball and just figure out you are going to score, those cards that I mentioned can pretty much do that, along with some others. If you think I missed somebody, make sure you guys leave that down in the comments below and let me know who you think is going to come out later on that may just turn this list upside down, possibly KD. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, man. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Peace.